Let's talk percentages. 91.6% of the teams in this competition are gone. Only 4 remain of the 48, and that's it for percentages for now. But welcome back to Rabona TV. I'm Adrian, and man, this thing is almost over. So guys, the supercomputer got every pick correct in the last round. There's a percentage, 100%. And look, the supercomputer is impressive. His record speaks for itself, or its record. But remember, before the group stage draw was even made, FIFA announced that they would put all of these semi-finalists in different quadrants of the bracket so that Spain and Argentina could only meet in the final, while they could only face England or France in the semi-final. I don't like it personally. Some people do like it. It is what it is now. So let's go through the 2 matches, set them up, and see what Mr. Computer has to say. And hey, if you haven't subscribed yet, do so you don't miss any of our World Cup videos. So we'll start out with a semi-final rematch from 2 years ago. On July 9th, 2024, France and Spain squared off in the Euro 2024 semi-final. The day before that, Adrien Rabiot spoke to the press and talked about how a then 16-year-old Lamine Yamal needs to, quote, do much more to play in a Euro final, end quote. Well, in that tournament, Spain were absolutely the team with the momentum. France were rolling along, sure, but their overall play was pretty unimpressive. All the same, they opened the scoring through Randal Kolo Muani before Lamine Yamal rose to the challenge and put Spain level with an unbelievable strike on the way to a 2-1 win. And the rest, you know, Spain win, the Euros, Lamine Yamal continues to improve as a player, etc. Last time, the final was the day after Yamal turned 17. This time, the match with France is the day after he turns 19. So we have another semi-final showdown between these two, and the difference this time is that this French side is vastly superior to the one that sort of slumped through Euro 2024. And what I like about this is that we are seeing what is the best defense in the tournament, that being Spain's, coming up against the most lethal attack in the tournament. Or I guess one of the most technically, as Argentina has one more goal than France. Even looking beyond the numbers though, this is the most difficult attack that Spanish defense has had to face up in this tournament so far, by far. To be fair, the French attack is superior to everyone's, but I mean, you still get me. Belgium, Portugal, Austria, Uruguay, Saudi Arabia, and Cabo Verde, if we're working backwards. Belgium and Portugal didn't exactly light up this tournament with their attack, so seeing how the best defense in the tournament stacks up to the best attack is something I'm looking forward to, and saying tournament many more times in this video. France, for their part, have come up against a couple of strong defenses, but I think they have operated very differently. Paraguay was a low block. Morocco's was not quite as deep as Paraguay's, but they were able to overcome them one way or another. Spain will play a little bit more open than that, so it will be interesting to see. Expect Unai Simon to be far busier in this match than any other. Similarly, I can't wait to see this French backline get tested. I already spoke about how good the center-back pairing of Upamecano and Saliba has been in this tournament in a previous video, and the fullbacks have operated well also, but they aren't as much of a sure thing as the center-backs. Koundé against Baena, that should be fine. Curious if Williams will feature a little more, as I find Spain look better when he comes onto the pitch. Echoes of their more direct nature of play from 2024. And on the other side, my assumption is that Lucas Digne will start ahead of Theo Hernandez once again, but it also wouldn't surprise me at all if Theo started to match Lamine Yamal's pace. And this is where the importance of Lamine Yamal will show even more. He was a bit quiet against Portugal until Nuno Mendes went off injured, and he was improved against Belgium. On another day, maybe he hits that curling effort closer to the far post and beats Courtois with a goal. And I say they need Lamine for this as he is one of the players who can pull off something spectacular. But in general, the whole team needs to have more of a clinical edge to them in the attack. Spain have controlled matches really well, allowing them to play a bit higher of a line against teams, and I fully expect them to do so in this match as well. France are happy without the ball as they have the players to devastate in transition, so it will be a matter of Spain making the most of their possession once again and not just having possession for possession's sake. I would imagine that, even though he hasn't been at his best, Pedri will be brought back into the starting 11 for Spain at the expense of Fabian Ruiz in order for Pedri to try and unlock that French defense. Now would be a good time for him to churn out his best performance of the tournament. While France are most devastating in transition, they can also crack open a defense like Spain's thanks to their excellent dribblers, guys who can beat their man to make space, then play a ball into a dangerous area, as well as guys like Olise who can thread the ball through with insane precision to guys like Dembele and Mbappe. Olise can also dribble past you. He can do everything. So it's a really, really close call. In fact, the computer has this currently at 41.9% for France, with a win by full time, a draw at 24.7% at full time, and Spain at 33.4%. That is very close, a difference of just 8.5% in favor of France. Now, what makes this interesting, in my opinion, is that both of these teams can play in both styles. They can both play possession. They can also counterattack brilliantly at times. It's just one is more suited to one style than the other, you know? However, these late game goal heroics that Spain have required to defeat teams like Portugal and Belgium, not exactly those countries at the peak of their powers, doesn't fill me with confidence. And I think that bluntness and inability to kill off teams will come back to bite them against France. I have France through to another final, their third in a row. All right, guys, semifinal number 2, which will go down on Wednesday, July 15th in Atlanta. Argentina and England meet in the World Cup knockouts for the first time since 1998 when Bex was sent off. Sol Campbell had a golden goal disallowed and Argentina won 4-3 in the shootout. Before that, the 1986 quarterfinal at the Azteca, the goal of the century and the hand of God all in one game, and of course, the cultural rivalry off of the pitch with the Falkland War. Both teams topped their groups and had to grind out wins at times during the knockout rounds. Argentina, they had to go to extra time against Cabo Verde, and they also had to come from 2-0 down against Egypt in the final 11 minutes of the match. They got it done before extra time, but they didn't get it done before extra time against Switzerland. Now, the thing that speaks to me about this Argentina side as far as weaknesses go, probably their defense, especially in wider areas. In fact, both sides have some sketchy at times back lines that really fluctuate in their performances throughout matches. In fact, again, I think it's actually England's backline that has scared me a little bit more. Against Norway, with a bit of a press, they were looking a bit sloppy. They're not very good at playing the ball out from the back. And the right back position seems to be a question mark still. Now, my assumption would be that Reece James is back to right back for this match against Argentina, but he played a good 50-ish minutes against Norway thanks to extra time, so that is very promising for his recovery. Rice, he only played one half against Norway, but that was always the plan since he was ill prior to the match against Norway. Nico O'Reilly asked to come off due to a hamstring issue. Other than that, it's just fatigue for everyone, really. Both sides had to play extra time. It will be difficult for them, especially after long European seasons. But beyond the defenses looking a bit shaky, both sides are looking good in the midfield and the attack. For Argentina, their midfield of McAllister, Enzo Fernandez, and Rodrigo de Paul is a seasoned trio that has won plenty of trophies together. They take care of a lot of the running that Messi doesn't do, which is a lot of running as Messi strolls around the pitch before snapping into gear in a split second. But against England, this midfield will be well tested. Oh, and Paredes usually plays at the base of that diamond. Jude Bellingham, however, is, in my opinion, the top performing player of the World Cup knockout rounds. He has been England's savior in the round of 16 and the quarterfinal, scoring 4 goals in 2 matches, and he's resembling the man that was so devastating in the past, a real box-crashing midfielder who times his runs perfectly, but also can create chances for himself through his excellent ability on the ball at getting past players. When he drives forward with the ball at his feet lately, you always feel like something is going to come of it. Plus, he contributes on the defensive end, so Argentina will need to find a way to nullify him. Likely, Paredes plays again at the base of their fluid midfield diamond shape. Someone who could be finding their form for Argentina, and it's a big problem for England if he has, is Julian Alvarez. Where Messi operates in that right half space, Alvarez tends to float in that left half space, both of them looking to cut inside and strike at goal. Messi is still a goal threat, obviously, with 8 goals in this tournament. But he's just as dangerous playing setup man lately. He got another assist against Switzerland, and his deliveries into the box will be important. Similarly, Lisandro Martinez and Cuti Romero, guys who can get on the end of those deliveries, but they've been great for Argentina. Yes, at times susceptible to counters, but that's not on the center backs. Anything in the box and anything played centrally has been picked out well by them for the most part, and they will be tested greatly by Kane and England's attack. I think Gordon will have a lot of joy down the left since entering the pitch against DR Congo. He's really grown into the tournament with 3 assists now. He'll be a big threat down the left, which is important because the right flank for England has been pretty hit or miss. This may be the time where they finally sort that out, however. Madueke or Saka should have a good run at a soon-to-be 34-year-old Tagliafico, who isn't looking too assured back there for Argentina, nor has Molina on the other flank, to be fair. But I think this will absolutely be key to this match. The supercomputer has England winning by full time at 42.6%, a draw at 26.4%, and an Argentina win at 31%. So again, pretty close, 11.6% swing in England's favor. I agree that England is the favorite, and I would expect them to win, with Harry Kane getting at least 1 goal and the flanks being key to England's victory. This Argentina side just has too many deficiencies and have labored greatly in the knockouts despite playing opposition they should be beating handily, while England have had a tough path and have shown incredible character and ability. This is the toughest team that Argentina have come up against, and I think it's the end for them. But that's just how myself and my buddy the computer see it. How do you see it? Who's making the World Cup final? Let me know below, but beyond that, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you're new here, and we'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care.